Alright guys, today we have a 2017 Nissan Maxima. From 2015 to 2019, it's a same procedure, same setup. Alright guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace the front brake pads which are in there. Alright, this job shouldn't be too hard, and just follow the steps. If you have any questions, please ask me, and do subscribe to my channel. Alright, I would appreciate if you click that button right now and hit the bell so you get notification on all the other new videos I'll post up. Right guys, so to begin with, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this tire. Alright, to remove the tire, you're gonna need number 21, or if you have the wrench, if you're doing it on the floor, different story, you're gonna jack it up and you're gonna take off these 5 lug nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I got all 5 lug nuts out, and let me put away my impact gun. Alright guys, these lug nuts have a little washer on it, so when you put them back in there, make sure, and it has this little groove, make sure you do get the groove in there. Don't have it curved to little to the side, and lug nut doesn't want to go in, it will snap that stud. Alright, so next, once you have that out, it's gonna be hard to take off this tire because sometimes it gets stuck to the hub. So just hit it with the hammer, have somebody hold it, or put one lug nut on and hit it with the hammer from the back end. Alright guys, so we have the hub out, the tire out, and the brake pads are in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come across here a little bit, and let me see if I can take my camera down a little bit, and I'll bring my light over. Alright guys, so right back here we have number 14. Let me take my camera back there. Alright guys, so right back here behind this caliper, I'm sorry for the view, it's like a little downward. Alright, you could turn the steering a little bit and then you get a better view. And what I'll do is I'll bring up my camera a little bit, and I'll back up a little bit with the camera, and let's see if we can get a better view with the light right here. Alright, it's not so good. Let me set it up right here, and that's much better. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove 14 here and 14 here. Alright guys, remove them both on this car, because if you try to lift it up, you think this pin is gonna twist in there, you're gonna be pulling on that little the brake line here. You don't want to stretch that line, and all you do is you loosen both of these up. Once you have them loose, they should come off easily and fairly. Alright, and they're both the same size, so you can mix them up, no problem. Alright guys, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna take up you're gonna need a flathead screwdriver or a pry bar such as this. Alright, so all you do is you pry open this caliper, grab it, lift it up, and put it up on the top, guys. Alright, this little guy fell out, this little guy was up here, right here, just like that. So you're gonna remove one, and you're gonna remove 2. Alright, both of these, save them. If they didn't come with the new pair brake pads, put those in. Customer bought his own parts in this case, and we're gonna remove both of these brake pads. Alright guys, that's it. And what we're gonna do next is you do need to clean the surface right here. You could use a wire brush or a flathead screwdriver. Just clean all the dirt off, because you don't want any restrictions in there. Right in the center. Alright, blow some air on it. Alright guys, let's move on to the next step. Make sure it's nice and clean. Alright, so this customer bought these Ekibona brake pads. There's the part number on it. It's a ACT 1338. Alright, and it came with the little grease, it came with the little brake rear indicator. Let me put these to the side and we'll go together. Alright, so they come in a nice little setup. We'll remove this little package and separate all the brake pads. Alright, nice and shiny, guys. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do is We're gonna take the brake rear indicator and we're gonna take that little sensor, and usually you gotta put it right here. It has a little notch right there. Alright, that goes right in. What I like to do is I like to put this sensor down on these cars because it will squeal more as the car drives and moves. And you're gonna take the second brake pad and put that in, guys. Alright, next what we'll do is we'll check on the grease on these pins, and what I'll do is we'll take this grease, comes with a little package, right? So what we need to do is clean this guy off, put some new grease on it, and you can just rub it around just like that. Somebody's going crazy with the horn out there. They do give tickets out here for that. Disturbing the peace. Noise pollution, that's what that is. Alright guys, this one has a little rubber piece right there. That's like it builds pressure in there so the brake pads can open up. That goes in the bottom. So let's slide this pin in. Make sure the boot catches on top, right? Let me pop the second one off. Let's clean it off. So what I'll do is I'll take a rag, clean that off, and put some grease on this. This is some cheap little package. It barely has any grease in there. Alright, there's some grease. And let's pop that in. Alright guys, next step is, let me bring my camera a little higher. Alright guys, our next step is compressing the piston inside this caliper right here. There's a little dirt and debris in there. So what I like to do is, you're gonna take an old brake pad, put it right there, and you're gonna need a compress tool. So let me go get a compress tool real quick. And if you have a C-clamp, you can C-clamp that. If you have a compress tool such as that, you could use that. Alright. And the four rings. We'll be back. Alright guys, so we're back. So we're compressing this little piston back. This car did have a little bit of brake meat on it, quite a bit, but the customer decided to change it. So anyways, we have our piston compressed. Alright, we're gonna take our camera a little bit back this way again, and we'll continue. Alright, so the brake pads did not come with these little retainers. I'll put these in myself. Alright, so what you got to do is, this is gonna make the brakes want to come out, so you do need to hold it like that. If you need help, get help from one of your buddies, mother, brother, sister, anybody who can help. Alright guys, after that, make sure you pay attention to this brake cable. Sometimes this brake cable will twist like that, and I have seen it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it back so the brake line is not twisted in any form or angle, right? And there we have it. All right, so if you look right down here, what I'm doing is I'm turning this so the caliper can sit like right to the angle, and my brake cable is nice and short. All right, let me take my camera a little bit this way so everybody can see better. So again, these little pins, they're squared out. Make sure you get them in an angle where they're not disturbing anything, guys. Right, number 14 on the top and number 14 in the bottom, guys. And bada bing, bada boom, the job is complete, guys. And all we need to do is tighten this bolt here, and we need to tighten this bolt. All right, make sure you double check. Make sure your bolt is not loose. I have seen loose bolts a lot of times, many times. I had one guy come to me, somebody did his brakes, the whole caliper fell onto the rim. One was sitting on the rim, so the rim was pretty much protecting it from coming loose. Alright, there we have it, guys. And you do the same thing for the opposite side. I will be showing you one side, so you will have to do the same thing for the opposite side and test drive this car, and make sure you do pump the brakes after you're done. Alright, because if you forget, the car is not gonna stop. It takes time for the brakes the piston to compress back to its position. Right, guys, there we have it. 2015 to 2019 Nissan Maxima, how to replace front brake pads. All right, thank you for watching, guys, and please do subscribe, share, and like all of my videos. Thank you, and bye bye. And let me just show you, all you need is number 14. You need a pry bar or a flathead screwdriver and a compressed tool, this type of tool, or a seat clamp. All right, and something to remove the tire. All right, guys, so we're done here. Thank you, and bye bye.